we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, and they got to him again. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Hey, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off play action, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jones on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go,
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Letting one fly over there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Jones now will run it.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
In motion left, the tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here we go, here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Warriors 70.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
On the board.
Now on 1st down, he'll
Eagles running back, Joe Mixon. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 tight, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Kevin Pirate.
They'll give it to Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Come on, guys, you got this. Let's win.
Back to throw again. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Ready, set.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trap 60.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this is caught. Touchdown. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll power his way up near the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Now Jones.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the right side and complete to Atwell. Touchdown, Eagles. 2-2 Atwell. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. There he goes left side. Touchdown, LA. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
18 Rattlers.
They'll drop to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time.
Come on, come on. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Jones. Buying time to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jones on 3rd down. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Daniel Jones, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Trap 60, trap 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing it.
And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Let's go now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Warriors 70. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
19 tight. 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Ready. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Ready, break. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Jones. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hey, check that. Streak. Panther streak. Ready?
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Got it. Ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to McKenzie. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Check.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go, Reed, go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.